All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, are two great kings, the gods that the King James Bible speaks of, which again, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh and His only begotten Son, who the world of ignorance calls Christ. True name is Yahweh Shai. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down there rule well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. All right, so I just want to do a short lesson of how alone the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai allows it to go. And I'm not really sure what I want to title the lesson yet, but it's going to be dealing with the chariots. All right. And if there's a new listener out there, when I say chariots, all right, I'm talking about the chariots of the nation of Israel, which the so-called white man has labeled as UFOs. All right. But again, they're really the chariots of the nation of Israel. And little gray men or reptilians or whatever don't pilot those ships. All right. The angels, all right, pilot those ships. All right. Which the angels are tall, so-called black men. All right. And that's the truth. But again, Esau has painted this fairy tale, this garbage about UFOs. All right. And the ones that pilot them are little gray men with big heads and big eyes and little bodies, or reptilians. All right. And all that is garbage. All right. The angels, which the King James Bible speaks of, are the ones that pilot those ships. All right. But Lord Woods brothers can see on the screen, I have this article here from the Daily Mail Science, and it says NASA spots mysterious UFO galaxies hidden in deep space. All right. So it says astronomers have discovered mysterious UFO galaxies that appear as red glowing disc-shaped objects in the blackness of space, which I believe, just as a man, I could be wrong, I believe that Esau saw a fleet of chariots out in space. All right, so-called space. All right, and here are some images of them. Come on, man, Satan. All right, because in the scriptures, and it looks like fire, balls of fire, or circles of fire, which in the scriptures, a few times, the chariots have been described. It was described as the light of a pillar of fire. The chariots have been described in the scriptures as a pillar of fire, and also our forefathers, Elisha, all right, described the chariots when our forefather Elijah was taken up as fire. All right. So again, I believe, just me speaking as a man, what Esau saw here was a fleet of chariots out in space. All right. And Esau, man, you're fighting a losing battle, man. All right. This is in a whole nother part of space, so-called space. All right. That Esau, which he's going to say in this article, didn't even know exist. All right. So Esau, man, this is what you have to fight, man. All right. This is what you're going to man. All right. Look at that. That thing looks powerful, man. Esau ain't got nothing that can fuck with this, man. All right. So I'm gonna read a little bit of the article. It says, the UFO galaxies that appear as a red glowing, which fire is as the color of blue and red, that appeared as red and glowing dish-shaped objects in the blackness of space. I'm not gonna read all of them, just read a little bit of it. It says they found evidence of 56 ultra-red flattened objects. So 50, again, I believe this was just a fleet of chariots, all right, that Esau saw out in space. And I believe Esau sees them all the time, all right? He sees them all the time out there, man, all right? There's countless videos out there on YouTube right now of people, seeing recording the chariots, playing with Esau, diving in water, diving in volcanoes. All right. The other day, it was a fleet of chariots over the White House. All right. Well, the brother put in the chat, I don't know if that was an older video or it was a recent video. All right, but the brother put in our chat, put in the chat that there was a fleet of chariots hanging out over the White House, the so-called White House. All right, with the White House here in Babylon the Great. All right. But it says they found evidence of 56 ultra-red flattened objects after analyzing data collected by NASA James Webb Space Telescope, which have included older telescopes like the Hubble for decades. The UFO galaxies were likely hidden by clouds of dust and debris that surrounded them, masking the light from their inner star system. However, the JWST featured advanced technology such as the infrared light detection enabled it to capture stunning images of these glowing disks, some located in regions closer to our Milky Way galaxies than astronomers had thought they had already mapped. Drawing on these images and computer simulations, researchers of the University of Colorado Boulder suggest that the UFO galaxies are similar in size and shapes to the Milky Way, but are much duskier, or whatever. It says lead authorities Justice Gibson saw the JWST allow us to see this type of galaxy that we never would have been able to see before. Right, because he saw with these telescopes, they can look out in space. They can look out deep in space. All right. They can't reach space. They can't go into space. But with these telescopes, they can see out in space. We thought that we thought were closer to us, we already had a pretty good understanding of all the types of galaxies there are. But Gibson's added that it tells us that maybe we don't understand the universe as well as we thought, which you don't. All right. You don't. The Most High has, man, we can't even imagine, man. All right, how many galaxies, or so-called galaxies out there are? How many planets there are out there? How many planets are in the are out there? All right, Esau don't know, man. He just makes stuff up and puts it out there, and then people eat it up. But at the end of the day, he really doesn't know. Just like he said, like this guy said right here, he said that he thought they had a pretty good understanding of the types of galaxies there are, but Gibson added, it tells us that maybe we don't understand the universe as well as we thought, which you don't. All right, which Esau don't, man. All right. So again, I'm gonna, look at these pictures, and again, I could be wrong. This could be, but to me, this definitely looks like chariots. Describe the chariots as again, a pillar of fire, all right, or as fire, all right. Look at that. But again, I believe these are fleets of them, all right. Especially this one. I like this one. I might screenshot this one. Cause that looks, man, perfect circle, all right, dark red, just like fire. Fire is either red, a derivative of red, or a derivative of blue. All right, so let's go to the scriptures. This is 2 Kings chapter 2. To the start. I started verse 8. 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 8. And Elijah took off his mantle and wrapped it together and smote the waters, and they were divided hither and thither, so that they too went over on dry ground. And it came to pass when they were gone over that Elijah said unto Elisha, ask what I should do for thee. Behold, I be taken away from thee. And Elisha said, I pray thee, let a double portion of thy spirit be upon me. And he said, thou hast asked a hard thing. Nevertheless, if thou see me when I am taken from thee, it shall be so unto thee. But if not, it shall not be so. Verse 11, and it came to pass as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, right? A chariot of fire. So our forefathers, Elisha and Elijah, Elisha described the chariots as fire, large fire, which again, fire is a derivative of red. All right. And again, especially this one. All right. And again, I believe these are a fleet of chariots that Esau saw out in space. And Esau is terrified, man. All right. He's pissing in his pants at night, waking up in cold sweats. The elites of Esau anyway. All right. The ones that know what's going on, they know the deal. All right. Better believe they're waking up in cold sweats. The Lord probably plaguing them with all types of dreams. All right. With the chariots destroying this place. Then them being rounded up and shackled up. All right. And put into captivity. All right. Because they knew their time was short. And read verse 11 again, 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass, as they went on and talked, that, behold, there appeared a chariot of fire, and the horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by the whirlwind into heaven. But that's how we know it was a chariot, because the scriptures, matter of fact, in Ezekiel, it described it as a whirlwind too, described the chariot as a whirlwind as well. All right. So like it. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 1, verse I started verse 3. And the word of the Lord came expressly unto Ezekiel and the priest, the son of Bazal, in the land of the Chaldeans by the river Shabar, and that the hand of the Lord was there upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and I forgot, this one describes it off of Ezekiel described it as fire as well. All right, of the north, a great cloud and fire. And we know, matter of fact, let's go there. Let's mention the cloud there, which every time speak on the chariots, this is always a good precept to bring out. Slacking for this idiot with the music next to me. Slacking, brothers. This Psalm chapter 104, verse 3. Who layeth the beams of his chariots in the water? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind? Right. So in this verse right here, it described the chariots as a cloud. All right. So this verse right here in Ezekiel, all right, is also describing the chariots as a cloud. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud. Right. So again, like we just read in the book of Psalms 104, this great cloud here is talking about a so-called UFO, chariot, and fire enfolding in itself, and the brightness. And again, Ezekiel described it as fire as well. I forgot about that verse. I forgot to say it, fire, in this verse, Salakia. And brightness was upon it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of fire. And also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and it was the appearance that they had the likeness of men, which is talking about the angels. All right, which, like I said earlier in the video, they're the ones that pilot those ships, not little gray men. All right. There's no such thing as grays. There's no such thing as reptilians. All right. There's no such thing as the aliens. All right, aliens or whatever. Which the word alien just means stranger or foreigner. All right. But the picture that Esau is painted with aliens is there's little gray men in space living on planet X. They come to and fro the earth. All right, sneak around on the earth and give the higher ups their orders, which is all BS, man. All right. The angels are the one that pilots those ships. All right. And they go to and fro to the earth. All right. Including Satan, who works for the Most High on the left-hand side, who tells the higher ups of Esau what to do. All right. Who's the ultimate one to control? The Most High is. All right. Salakia, lost my place. Back in Salakia, back in 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass that they still went on and talked that, and behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder, and Elijah went up by the whirlwind into heaven, which again, this whirlwind is talking about a so-called UFO. which had the appearance of fire. And Elisha said, which is red, and saw it and cried, my father, the chariots of Israel. So again, the chariots of Israel, which is the so-called UFOs. All right. And the horsemen thereof, and he saw him no more, and he took in hold of his clothes, his own clothes, and rent them in two pieces. All right, so again, our forefathers Elisha and Elijah, they described the chariots as a whirlwind, a giant circle of fire. All right, and again, in this video right here, not video, but this article right here, it says again, above more was of the 56 unknown UFO galaxies, which again I believe, all right, was a fleet of chariots. All right, me just speaking as a man, but because the scriptures do describe them as a whirlwind, a circle of fire. The scriptures to describe them as a giant whirlwind of fire, a giant circles, wheels within a wheel, like I said in Ezekiel as well, of fire. All right, and again, fire is a derivative of red and blue. All right, so Satan, man, ain't pulling it up no more. Let me get this last precept, and after this, I'm gonna wrap it up. This is Second Esdras. Second Esdras, yeah. Second Esdras chapter 1, verse 13. And I led you through the sea in the beginning and gave you a large and safe passage, and I gave you Moses for a leader and Aaron for a priest. I was just talking about in when we left ancient pagan Egypt. Verse 14. And I gave you a light and a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you, yet have ye forgotten me, saith the Lord. Right, so this chapter right here also describes the chariots as a pillar of fire, a light and a pillar of fire. All right. Matter of fact, let me do this real quick. All right, Salaki, brothers, I was trying to look something up, but Salaki, it didn't go. But yeah, it said, I gave you a light and a pillar of fire, and great wonders have I done among you, yet have you forgotten me, saith the Lord. All right, which the chariots come in all different shapes and sizes. All right, they could come in, long shaped, a giant circle, all right, a whirlwind, so on and so forth. All right, but again, a few times the scriptures describe the chariots, which that article ain't popping up no more, but as a pillar of fire, or described it, when they described it, they said it looked like a giant whirlwind of fire. All right, which again, fire is a derivative of red. All right, which you saw in those pictures in that article. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Berkah Kodash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers that push this truth and sincerity. And with that, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.